Hello and welcome. We are now into the 19th day of March 2020. My name is Derek and this is the Money Charts channel. All bets, trades, and of the like, that's within each's own risk and their own reward. I'm going to start off within the ratio of PivX and Theta, currently 3.4 to 1, which means that you need 3.4 Theta to buy one PivX. But there's no exchange back and forth. Easy to do. If you say Bitcoin or the Tether, whichever, you sell it 1 to 1 and then buy with the other. But just even over the last few days here, seeing something go from a level of like 2.5 up to 6 and change, and then to pull back down to like 3 as we are now. I mean, that's just amazing volatility within it. Now, of course, for these moves here, you got to have your sell orders in place, which would be for PivX. And when you look at the PivX charts on either exchange, whether that be Bittrex or Binance, we'll get to that in a bit. Well, definitely you can see why orders are interesting when they come into play. If I take a look at this on the 15-minute time frame, all this tells me for me with this move is, yeah, it depends on what happened. Good thing I stayed up late this night because it worked out for me. I'm just trying to stop this from moving so I can do that. Because what time did this occur at? This was at 2 o'clock in the morning. Again, I was thankful to be up late that night. And I was able to sell at some of these prices. Maybe not the very, very highest levels. In fact, I can quickly show you where my trades have been on this, but it's been a fun mover. But the last trades, 266, I got up to the 517 number. And then I got the trade back at 378 and then 349 or 347. With the last number being at 341. So whatever this goes, I don't care if this goes way up and we go to 374 or 5 next, or if this pulls down to like here. Either way. I've also been trading PivX against HBAR, and on the 1 hour time frame, this thing has been moving a lot better for me. But when you look at the size of these moves again, it's just magnificent. 6 1/3 up to 25. And then giving it all back and just all these up and down movements. You see even just in the recent time frame here, 5.5 up to 11, down to 4. And again, I don't care which move it goes next. It's going to be up or down. I'm going to buy and sell accordingly. And when we look at this in here, the ratio, I mean, you didn't have much time to get over 10, but you're able to. I can do the same thing and show the images, I suppose, on my computer. Should be able to. These are the prices that I got. So 758, trading it up to 1083. Last trade at 510. So I didn't even get the best of the prices in here. I mean, I got up to this point in here, and then I wasn't even able to get up to this highest level, but I still got something on it. And now as this market is playing through, the price action's at 5.92. Bullishly, I think it looks like it's got a bullish pattern, but I don't care about that. I'm just looking to play the numbers as they play out. Looking at PivX, hey, it's got a nice, interesting setup on the hourly time frame. Just something to keep in mind. This is the Binance movement, but especially because we're coming off of this failed breakdown here. Another point in play. Price action gets above these levels of resistance. I want to see how it does at this level. When I say all that, I want to see how it does. This is one of those spots. Oh, okay, so it gets above it. And now we're supporting this area where we came from and doing so above the 18 average of lows, the newly rising such, showing strength at the highs in here. And then this period. That's the culprit. That's the one that was able to have such a phenomenal move where it was able to have its correctionary plays, close above here, and then follow through magnificently. 41 minutes left in the hour, or a third of the way through, getting good meat on the candle, whatever term we want to use for it. So far, so productive. I like how this is playing out and the setup that this has got going forward. As far as what I mean about having orders ready to go, I mean, this was just you have your orders in here. Congratulations. How about before? I mean, this rally doesn't hold. And then we have this one. It didn't hold too well. This one here, it didn't hold. Oh, this one was a good rally. It didn't hold. Before that, we had this rally. And, well, ultimately, it didn't hold either. But you get the idea of what this thing keeps on doing. So I think this is going to have a rally. Now, whether it's going to hold or not, probably not. But hey, you can always take advantage of the plays if they do or they do not by buying and selling accordingly. Now we look at PivX against BNB. Looks like that, which is not the one I wanted to go to. I actually meant to go to the Bittrex one. Yeah, so it's hourly time frame, pretty much the same thing. It's the same market. Coins most likely should be trading accordingly, given that the wallet should be moving. I had too much PivX on both my wallets. I withdrew them today because I had them on both Bittrex and Binance. But when you look at all these daily ticks like this, if you can try to find a way of capitalizing on sell orders, it just means that so many times these things will sell and just come back to where they come from on the intraday level almost every single time. So it wouldn't surprise me if this thing pops and breaks 4,500 intraday whenever day it's ready and go who knows how much higher, but it's probably going to come back to where it came from and give much of those gains back if it even has those sort of gains. Let's go on to a few other altcoins. I'm just going to go over Dash quickly. I don't know why, because I talked about it earlier. It actually had a pretty good day, as we can see in here. So I guess a pretty decent call for one to choose for the day. But when Dash has its moves, it can go. Like we can see here, huge move, nice successful correctionary play. But with the higher low move, meeting and breaking this resistance if it so desires is not much of a surprise. And I guess I should be showing Dash on different. I mean, if you look at it, I guess I can put it up. I was going to say, if you look at it with different exchanges, and well, not like I have the availability to show it. Most people, I can't say most people, but for some people it may not be as easy to put. But when Dash has its moves, I've had some historical drawings on here from the past. There has been some good rallies, just so fast, like 40 up to like 90. These things could just have phenomenal moves. That's how long ago Poloniex seems to be when I got drawings in here and nothing since. Now with Tezos, the next one on the daily chart, it's not looking the greatest in the sense that you had this down move here on the 12th of March, resist within the 18, newly declining, have exitation of it here on the 16th, and now low volatile moves hanging in there within these lower prices. However, on the hourly term time frame, this is going to be the big one because, well, this breakout attempt didn't have that bad of a move lower because it tried getting above here March 16th and 17th. But it has been a small continuation decline, keeping it sideways move. But this is a clear attempt in trying to get this thing into a bullish territory with this green candle. If we successfully do within that attempt, which is correct here or down, even up down to the lows here at 25.55 area, and then start to break back out 2,600 and change, this thing could probably go off to past 28 pretty good, at least to previous high of 27 change. But if we get the failed move in here, then I'm going to be looking at this and going down in the opposite direction. And this is what I'm hoping overall is that, okay, this coin's going up, that coin's going down, because I got coin here that might be looking a little bearish overall, but possibly the bullish formation. Theta coin is looking bullish and H-bar is looking bearish. And I'll first start off in the theta aspect. And I got a lot of lines in here. Of course, this area is not holding in the support level, and it's came down in this major congestion area for where it's came from. What I do like about from this last low, we came up, we rallied up to this high. So the volatility is just magnificent. 934 up to 1262. I mean, this sparked a lot of good ratio trades. I mean, you've seen the small little moves in here. I haven't traded as much the last 3 or 4 days. It's been a slow weekend and in the start of the week as far as crypto volatility, I think anyway, at least for me. At least since the big down move for the 3,600 Bitcoin play. This little green candle up is, okay, well, we're surviving with this higher low, and after 2 days of going sideways, giving back this red, at least this single down day, On the hourly time frame, this attempt here, not so much. This attempt here, not so much. This one here, not so much. But from this one, including that nice little wick pierce lower, this move here is looking pretty good. It gets a very good green candle up 4% against that of Bitcoin, and then pulls back. We had a rally up, pull back, and then we've already gotten past those moves, and 34 minutes left now in the hour, so it's holding this move really, really nicely so far. So this thing has the potential for, who knows how long. I've been talking a lot about it, and it really hasn't done it, but a lot of this has been going down, of course, with the current event situation. March the 7th is when this high is, February 13th. Those are relative key dates within the current event situation. And for everyone, of course, best of luck within the current event situation. And yeah, so Theta, I think, has the potential to go pretty good. And as I mentioned, H-bar looks bearish. Or it at least looks like it's going to go to a place where it came from, which is 581. So for me as a ratio trader, I think I want to wait to buy. And the computer's telling me, hey, Derek, sell Bitcoin Cash for H-bar. Yeah, I know. But I can get a better price if I wait. Single hour term time frame. This doesn't look like this is... That's what I'm going to do with bet is wait. Because if I was a big betting man, and I guess I'm not, and I had the availability to short this market, and I kind of do in the sense of I could sell up to all the H-bar that I own and just put a buy order in for 580 and just get, at this stage, differential of 70 basis points. I can get like 10% more, or a 10% gain on it anyway. I could do that. I know how. And I'm probably going to win almost every single time, because this is me saying here, the likelihood that this market hits 581 soon is really, really high. We have this support test here from March 16th. What have we done since? We came up in here immediately rallying above the 18 average, and thus establishing resistance in this area that has not been taken out and tested a few times, as we can see. Tested here and then again here. And then it comes down, makes this higher low, so a good place start for now. And that was still kind of weak though too, because we were supposed to hold this 18 average of lows area. And now you're seeing weakness down in here, but hey, save the day up to the highs, nope. And then this little buy rally here didn't last this long, and ever since it's been a lot of weakness on the lows. This rally attempt here at 17, that's conversion 7 o'clock, 1900 hours, but 19 means 7 p.m. So at 7 p.m. Eastern time frame, this thing rallies up to 693 area, close to 695-ish, whatever. And then ultimate failure after that. Red candle down, consolidating one period here. Now this continuation red move here. It's doing so at the same area in which it entangled here, which is, this is piercing above even these levels here. I think it's going to take this area out and go to next key level. Next key level is 581. And finally, Bitcoin. Like I say, ever since that 3600 move, there's been a bunch of small failed breakouts and stuff. Only one of each breakdowns. This one, but other than that, I mean, this has been the entire story since this move. It hasn't been fun. It really hasn't been fun as a trader, because I like volatility, and this is not so much. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.